chit-chatting. Craig's doing his thing, and I'm actually doing a bit of tidying up because I made some cards midweek for our retail partners, and when I made the cards I did like a little Instagram video thing, but I left the craft room pretty much in a big mess. And then Craig came out to set up the computer and was like, yeah, your craft room is a mess. So I'm just kind of trying to create a little bit of room here. Hi Maria. Hi Elaine. Welcome, welcome. And Elsby is here as well. Hey. Yes, welcome, welcome. It's Friday. And next week, last Friday before Christmas. Did you know that? Isn't that nuts? Craig has not done all his Christmas shopping. Actually, you've probably done more than me.
I reckon. Shopping I'm going to do.
He's done all the shopping he's going to do, he says. Interesting. Well, we'll see. Hi, Claudette. Oh, come on. There we go. And Tally's here as well. Hi, Tally. I am going to be playing with some My Favorite Things goodies as well today, I mean. And Gabby's here. Hey, Gabby. Are you good, Craig? Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all set up? Put my moose over there. So I got some goodies from My Favorite Things. They had a sale last week. Maybe it was the week before. I can't even remember. No, it was last week, I think. And I bought some goodies. I can't wait. Hello, Lucy from Mexico. Amazing. Oh, we're all over the place today. Maria's in Germany. Claudette, I think you're in America, if I can remember, from Kickstarter. And Kirsty is in Sydney. Christy is in Sydney. And Lucy in Mexico. Hello, bonjour tout le monde. Yeah, so I got some goodies in here. And the reason that I got it was because, as you guys may know, oh, and Elaine's from Kilmarnock. And Diane's here, Diane's here as well from Tasmania. Woohoo! Everybody. So I'm on the Chibitronics team. I'm on one of their regular contributors. And we have got a collaboration coming up in the new year. So we were asked to pick some stuff from their site, and they had a sale on at that time. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy a whole load of stuff as well. Happy Christmas to me. Oh, hi, Karen's Clay and Paper Crafts from Northern Ireland, back at my home stomping ground. Which part are you from? So I wanted to show you what I got because I'm really excited to play with it. And when it arrived on Monday, I was having a rotten day. I was pretty much bedridden all day. So it really did make me smile. And then I've just not had a chance to play with it. And I also kind of wanted to show it to you guys as well and have that excitement of sharing it with you and getting my little pose on it live on camera. Before I do that, to talk about big tease, sorry, I wanted to talk about next week. So next week is, I don't know, what is it, 22nd? Is it 22nd or 23rd? Let me just double check. Next week, next Friday is the 22nd, which is the last Friday before Christmas. And I'm pretty sure most of the world will be busy at that point. But I have got something very special happening. I'd love to say that this has been planned for you guys. It's one of those things that just happened to work out, and I'm really excited about it. If you are aware of Denise pops on quite a bit on the stream. And she is also one of the special contributors for Heffy Doodle. And Denise is going to be spending Christmas, or at least next week anyway, part of next week in the UK. And she is going to be coming here next Friday, and we're going to have a very special Come Craft With Me with the both of us here. I have no idea how the logistics is going to work. We might have 2 cameras, 1 over each table. I'm not sure. We'll try and figure that out between now and then. But please, please join us. I think it's going to be such good fun. Maybe we should have a craft off or something. How funny would that be? And Karen says, I'm from Mahara in Londonderry, Derry. Di has trouble getting on and now it keeps going off on me. Oh no, click the live button. That normally rectifies all the bits and pieces, but let us know if there's still an issue. Right, I'm going to dive right into these goodies. So here is a little peeky, but I'll go through them one by one. Elle says, oh yeah, 23rd is my birthday, Christmas baby. Happy birthday for next week. Okay, so this one here, let me show you. If I can find it. Here. So these 2 dies, they look pretty much identical on camera, I'm sure, but they have a stitched line and then like an aperture, but for these, it folds up in a flap and the fold is at the top, which I think is really, really cool. And then this one I bought as well, where the fold is at the side. I will say, I know negative Nancy, I'm sorry, but I actually thought when I looked at these online, I thought that this was going to be slightly smaller so that it would like fit sideways on a card like this. I was pretty convinced that it would be like that. I was so excited though I didn't look at the measurements, so it's my own fault. So they're very, very similar. But I am excited to get playing with them. And you know that I love my interactive cards. So these are called Stitched Interactive Window Trio. Stitch Interactive Window Trio. I guess they must have something similar. Something different, I mean, to distinguish them online. I really, really wanted some of the tags dynamics, but they didn't have, they had a lot of stuff which was out of stock, which is understandable. It's that time of year, isn't it? So this is Blueprints 28, and what I liked about it is this real thick frame, and that also cuts a flap. Oh, I'm so excited. I might use that today. And I love this like slightly curved banner. I think that's really pretty. And then the little chevron too. And then this long banner with the little fishtail here is super cute. So I'm really, really eager to play with that one too. So this one here is called Stitched Oval Word Windows. And I can imagine using this, so cutting out the panel on the front of a card and then raising the front up and having the greeting behind it, if you know what I mean. So it would be on the bottom, the greeting would be on the bottom layer, and then the top layer would just frame it. I think that would be so pretty. I'm really excited about them as well. And a lot of these stuff I hadn't even seen before I had a look on the website. Please do give me a shout if there's anything that you see that you really want me to play with today, or that you have, that you want, or if you've got any questions. Is everybody else okay? Di, you said that you had some trouble. Is it okay now? Please shout if not. So these here are bottle cap letters, and they're really small. You can see how small they are. I don't know what that is. I mean, the height is like 1 centimeter. So really pretty. I don't have dies this size. I have some of the larger ones, but I think these are going to be a brilliant little addition to my stash. Woohoo! I haven't seen any comments in a while. Okay, cool. Emma's here. That's cool. Yay! Couple of stamps now. So exciting. So this here was a freebie stamp set. And Emma, I'm just going through my my favorite things order, and then I'm going to start playing with it soon. I'm so excited. So this was a freebie, and I didn't know whether I'd get it because it's while stocks last, and it's got these cute little, I was going to call them whales, oh silly girl, seals, and seal with a kiss, I'm clapping for you, wishing you the very best, and waving hello. And I even like this really, really cute, like unusual snowflake image. It's really sweet. I like it. So adorable. So then we've got, what is this called? Magical Dragons. This was one of those ones when it came out, I was like, I need to have this. And then I just kind of, I didn't forget about it, but I saw so many cars using it that I then kind of lost inspiration. Does that even make sense? Because there was just so many, they were literally everywhere. And, you know, obviously I thought that they were adorable and sweet, but they were a bit too a la mode at the time. Then I was like, no, fine, I'll get them later. So I wanted to pick them up and get to play with them and kind of reignite my adoration for these little guys. I think they're just so sweet. I think I like this one the best. I hadn't even realized it came with a knight and a princess. I think in all the cards it was mostly focused on these guys, so I'm really, really chuffed with that. This is another one, tremendous. This is actually something that I had planned to make for Heffy Doodle and didn't know that these guys made it. And I was like, oh, brilliant. Well, I'll just buy these then instead of making them for Heffy Doodle. So beautiful stitched trees, and you know, these are great especially for Piper. If you have like a stitched border, a stitched cloud, and then like a tree, it's a really nice way to create a beautiful professional finish, and it's not overly complicated. I think this is one of those, you know, staple products for your craft room. So that's cool, and I like, these are like unusual shapes. You could just use that to create an aperture in your card, and this could be like a flower design. You could cut out some, like, they almost look like petals, don't they? Oh, I love it. And these kind of look like snowman arms. Like you could use some circle dies and make that from snowman. All these things running through my head. Hey, Tally girl. Love the dragons. Says Tally. I have to pull them out every couple of months, but I don't use the sentiments though. I didn't even notice the sentiments. Here's a birthday flyby to a charming friend. Get well soon, randomly basic. You're on fire. I like that. I heard you were dragon. I heard you were dragging. I heard you were dragging? Huh? Dragon? Guys, I don't get it. You need to help me out here. You slay me. That's funny. I'd slay a dragon for you. You make my life magical. I don't get you. I heard you were dragon. Is it like dragging? Huh. Tally says Easter eggs. Yes! Easter eggs! She's a clever one. These are the cutest ever. Utterly love you. I don't know why it's taken me so long to buy these. Like every time I look at them, I want to go squee. They're just so sweet. Have an utterly great birthday. There's no otter like you. You're my otter half. You're my otter half. I'll be utterly lost without you. Love that one. I utterly adore you, and I'm utterly in love with you. Oh, they're so sweet. And I love these like accessories. I noticed here as well with this one. They're like little rocks, I guess, from like that you would see in water, and then like an ice panel for them to sit on. I think they're really cute. I'm really pleased with these. So I didn't buy any dies. Danielle, thank you, Danielle. It's like dragging. I heard you were dragging. You still don't really get it. Is it one of those puns which takes a bit of effort? Anyway, I didn't buy any of the dies for these because you may know that I've just got the scan and cut. So my thought was, instead of buying the coordinating dies, use that money to buy standalone dies, huh? There's my logic. That's my thought. I will still buy dies, especially if it does like internal cut lines, and you'll see with the next Heffy Doodle release that there's lots of internal cut lines for you guys as well, because I think that gives an extra layer of fun, and it feels like you're getting more then. Makes it a bit more special. Emma, whoop, I love the scan and cut. So Christy says too, yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Earlier this week, actually, I coloured in some like a Heffy Doodle elf, printed it purely because I didn't have time to stamp everything, but did the image digitally, printed it, run it through the scan and cut, and then put together some cards for our retail partners. And I was just so blown away with how quick it was. I'm really impressed. Although one of them was a bit weird. Like it's hard to explain. Like I had an elf and then a candy cane, like this, elf, candy cane, and on one of them it merged them together, and I'm wondering if there was a shadow or something. I don't know, need to investigate that more. So these guys are called Space Explorer. Once again, seen them around, thought they were super cute, and loads of people were using them, so I wanted them but didn't have the budget to spend on them at the time, and thought, well, I'll buy that a little bit down the line. And they are adorable. There's no one on the planet I love more than you. I'm over the moon for you. Mission Control, we have a birthday. Have a blast, and you mean the world to me. So I'm really, really pleased with those as well. Let me do this one first of all. And then we're nearly there. Lamar, hey! This one is called Stitched Basic Edges 2. And I have to confess, I made a total boo-boo on this one. So, I think I told you guys last week that I stayed up till 2 a.m. because the special code to get the discount went live at 2 a.m. So I stayed up till 2 a.m. waiting for the code, and then whenever I tried to put it through, it wouldn't work. So I had to do the order the next day, and every time I was filling my basket, the things were like popping up. Oh, this is now out of stock, this is now out of stock. So I had to change computer as well. And I totally meant to put in the one with the scallops, not the straight ones. So when it arrived, I was like, they've sent the wrong one. But no, I ordered the wrong one. But I still really like them, and maybe I'll put the scalloped one on my Christmas list. Tally says, sometimes it happens when my card isn't stuck to the mat properly. So good to know, that's probably what it was. So this here actually was a freebie. Go figure. I got 2 freebies, lucky me. So this here it was a free die. It is, I think, sold as well. It is, I believe, the die which goes with their shaker window. And I really like it because it has the stitching on the outside. And I think for my first card, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to do some ink blending and inlaying. So I don't know, that was the first thing that came into my head. I think I was so pleased because when I was talking to Snow, because I was like, oh, I'm going to order something, and she found that it said somewhere that if you used a gift card, then you don't get the free die. And I was like, well, that's like totally fine because well, it's free, so it's nice if you get the free things, but I don't expect it. It's not like I'm spending money to get the free thing. I'm spending money so that I can do my collaboration. But because I spent more than my gift card, I think that's why I got it for free. How exciting. So yes, I am going to use this guy, and I'm going to do some masking, some ink blending, and take it from there. Not sure how it's going to work out, but we shall see. I just realized that my trimmer is inside. Piper was making Christmas cards. I'll have to bring out my old guillotine. On my list, actually this is a good question for you guys. I'm looking for a big guillotine, something that can take like 8.5 by 11. It's on my Christmas wish list, and I wanted to know, did any of you guys have a guillotine that you would recommend? I'm finding that my Fiskars trimmer, that I love by the way, it just feels like it gets really dull really quickly. Anyone else experience that? And all things considered, I'm not crafting anywhere near as often as like I used to. I need to push my table in. Bear with me, guys. That's better. The Caterpillar Pro is amazing. So I had a look at some Caterpillar stuff, because the Caterpillar, I was looking on Create and Craft, because when I was up there, I was in their green room, and they have like so much stuff, as you can probably imagine, in the green room. Let me grab some picked raspberry. Squeezed lemonade. And I think I go for some spice marmalade. Go for that kind of a colour palette. Yeah, so I was looking on Create and Craft, and I did see a Caterpillar thing, but it was like hundreds of pounds. Is that the one that you mean? And I'm not that fussed. If it costs hundreds of pounds, that's fine, as long as I am completely convinced that I'm not going to need to spend out that kind of money again anytime soon. Okay, 99, oh, $3.99 in the sale. Oh, phew, $99 in the sale. It does cost a lot. I want it, but I can't afford it. Yeah. I just wish, like, I don't know, maybe it's because in my craft room it gets really cold because it's like a converted garage thing. So I wonder if like that's the reason why like if there's like moisture in the air, and that's why my blade gets so dull so quickly. And I buy the titanium ones. I don't know. Elaine says, I never need to buy blades ever. There is a 6-inch and a 12-inch, and I know the half foot is cheaper. I'm using mine right now. Oh, does it feel good? Give it to me. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want the smaller one. I'd probably want the bigger one, because I would want to be able to put an 8.5 in that way or that way, which means I need it by 11.5 inches at least. Okay. So I've used some squeezed lemonade, and I'm going to come in with some picked raspberry. I might not even use the spiced marmalade, I'm not sure yet. I should have pushed my foam pad onto my scratch piece of paper before putting that down. There's a big circle in it now. That's fine. So my plan was that I overlap these slightly, and every star that I create, I will then die cut to get the stitching. I'm beginning to think that maybe I should have gone easy, like when I'd done a few stars. Let's see. Has any of you guys used the shaker elements that go with these dies that MFT do? I guess it makes it really easy to make a shaker card. I loved the lip balm thing that they did. I thought that was amazing. So fun. Okay. Now the fun begins. Cutting all of them out. See, this is why I don't think I would ever get rid of my die cutting machine. Even though I've got the scan and cut, I wouldn't, like, you wouldn't be able to do some of these techniques with the scan and cut. Where is my... Oh, that's so cute. I like that. Even just the one looks really pretty. But I think I want more. I'm dropping everything now. Okay, so this is going to fall apart a little bit. I put that in there and secure it. And then run it through, because I thought it'd be fun to have like the overlap section. The 6-inch is $70 in the USA, sorry. It has the swing out arm to be able to cut 12-inch squares. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hee hee. Pretty. I'm going to get rid of these before they... Oh no, I'll leave that one still in. That in there. I haven't used them yet, but I almost feel like it's cheating. What's that? Love your glittery cutting plates. Oh, thank you. I got one at Creativation, and then Crafty Sue's sent me some in a surprise Crafty Care package, which, as you can imagine, made me squeal. I think, yes, she sent me a gold and a silver. Probably going to be time to change up my plate soon. It's looking a bit gnarly. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, it's like jigsaws, putting them back in again. Oh, I don't own any, the shaker pouch. Yeah. I get what you mean. I think I might pick some up for Piper, because that's the kind of thing that she would be able to easily put together. She was making cards this week. Although I've really noticed, I don't know, maybe it's an age thing, that she just has no attention span now, Piper. She wanted to stick the stamps on my Christmas cards, and in the end I just got so annoyed. I was like, these have to go in the post today. I was like, I'm just gonna have to do them. Distraction, distraction, distraction. We haven't done a Christmas the last 2 or 3 years. We have done an extra special Hungry Heffy Crafts video where Piper is essentially doing the whole video, but we haven't done them this year yet. Anyway, oh, sorry guys, my mat keeps flipping around the place. I bought the Gemini, and it's the best. Ooh, what is a Gemini? Need to look that one up. Oops, I did not cut that one straight. Maybe I should have cut these and then inked them. Maybe got my die straight. I also have the Scan and Cut. They do different jobs. Yeah. I saw the MFT greeting with the stitched outline. Love to see you use that as the intended, and also use it as a slider. Yes, good plan, Batman. So if I want to get all my inlaid bits back in, I need to make sure that I can retrieve them all. I think this is the last one, guys. And then I can stick onto the card. If I can assemble it, that is. Okay. I'm going to use wet glue for this, I think. Why not? Lots of happy mail for Lesley this week, says Maria. Yes, I got a box from Maria with Christmas presents in it. Cheeky girl. They are under the tree. Thank you so much. No need at all. Okay, let's pop this down. Okay, stick them down. Only a little more to wait. Only a little more than a week to wait. Yeah, no. I'm all excited. I'm actually super excited because, as I mentioned at the start, if you were here then, or if you weren't here then you might have missed it. I'll give a recap. Next Friday is a very special Come Craft with me because Denise will be visiting from Geneva, and we will have 2 crazy crafters. And I think we're just going to end up laughing the whole time probably. Let's pop this one in. I love the stitching effect that this has. So fun. Marjoline says, hi Lesley, I'm in London Hotel, the Windmill in Acton right now, but turning in a few. We left for London last night. Oh, amazing. Well, have a wonderful time. I hope you're going to go to the Christmas markets. That would be amazing. I think we're going to go into London between Christmas and New Year and go to the markets and visit some family. That live in there. I see I've smudged some of this here. I might be able to get it off with an eraser or hide it with something. Nope, that does not go there. Pretty. You have a funny name, Marceline. Must be German. She is saying that because she's German, so I'm sure she doesn't mean to offend. Emer's here. Hey, Emer. She's back. Back in business. Welcome. What have you guys been doing? Have you been making Christmas cards? Have you been panic buying? Oh yes. So there's another thing that I wanted to say that I was really excited about. And that is, Piper doesn't know this, but her godfather, Nick, my friend Nick, who lives in America, he is actually flying through London next week, and he is going to come and visit for a day as well. And Piper has absolutely no idea. And she is in her school play on Wednesday, which is when Uncle Nick gets here. And I'm hoping it's probably not going to work out, but I think it'd be really funny if we just bring Nick to the play and like not tell her that he's going to be there. I don't know. That'd be so funny. Denise from Switzerland is visiting you, or a different Denise? Yes, Denise from Switzerland is visiting. Marjorie says, the Christmas market sounds great. Where are they? You went to Harry Potter Studios? I've not been there yet and I want to go to there. There we go. What do you think? Isn't it pretty? I think I'm going to add I think I'm going to add like a black frame to make it pop. One of the skinny frames from Mama Elephant, I think. Like that. And then I think I need like a sentiment in the middle. Be pretty. Poor Piper, she might forget her lines from shock. Yeah, actually, that is something that I said to Craig, is that it would completely throw her and it probably wouldn't be very fair. She's been so good with her lines though. They've been practicing them at school and she's just been so good at them. She'd probably be fine. She's pretty much an expert little pro that she is. Maria says she wishes she could come and visit too. We'll just do it then. So let's get this stuck down. I really want to go to Harry Potter Studios. Like I say, we've not done that yet. Well, we were really excited because Craig and I are both big Potter fans, and we started reading Harry Potter with Piper probably the year before last, and we read it all. And then we started the second book and she was getting really spooked. I think she just generally was going through a phase of like nightmares and stuff, non-Potter related nightmares, and it wasn't helping, and she just kind of didn't need that anxiety before bed. So we stopped, and then because her nightmares got better, and I think now she's kind of had this thought in her head that no, that book is a bit too spooky, and she won't start up again. And we're like, come on, Piper. Forcing Harry Potter on her. Standard. Okay, I think I'm going to go for hooray. I'm going to go for hooray because I think that would work really nicely on there. And this is a Honeybee Stamps die, and it has a shadow as well. So I think what I might do is ink up some pink to create my shadow. Oh, you're a star. Oh, I don't have a star. You're a star. I do have a stamp, like a star. I've got something to do with stars, a lawn fawn. It might be like You're My Lucky Star or something, but I think it's small. Let's have a look. We've got Reach for the Stars, You're a Star, I Thank My Lucky Stars for You, I Love You to the Stars and Back. Let's see. Will any of these fit in the star? Not really. You're a star. What play is it? Asks Lorraine. Oh, when do you see this? When you hear this, I mean. It's just a little play that they obviously, it's not like a it's not like Sleeping Beauty or anything like that. It's, oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, it's like a nativity, and it's called The Midwife Crisis. And she told me, and I cracked up. I thought it was the most hilarious thing, The Midwife Crisis. Oh, I think I might put an astronaut on here. That would be good, right? Let's do it. Put you back. The midwife crisis. I had to then explain to her what a midlife crisis was. Like, oh, that's so funny. She's like, I don't understand it, Mummy. Do you have the lawn fawn set with the animals looking up? No. You want to buy it for me, Tally? That's allowed. She'll be 100%, says Emer. They love the limelight too, although it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, no, she, oh my gosh. So she's watched this movie called Ballerina. Have you guys heard of it? Seen it? Ballerina. She watched it one day whenever I think I was working or cooking or something like that. And so I wasn't paying attention at all. And then she's just been absolutely obsessed with it. And she's like twirling and twirling, and this song that plays when they have this big dance-off thing is what you call her? Oh my gosh. Confident, but Demi Lovato. There we go, Demi Lovato. So she will come and ask the Amazon Echo thing, dot thingy, to play that song. And there's an explicit version and a non-explicit version. And so every time I hear one, Alexa, play this, I'm like, no. But it'll come on, and she's dancing, and like I don't know, I want to say the attitude, but it's not like rude attitude, but she's got such sassiness. It's hilarious. One of the family member asked what to get her for Christmas, and I said maybe like a little ballerina tutu, like dressing up outfit thing. I think she'd love that. Okay. So guys, scan and cut experts, would you colour before you cut it out? Does that help the machine trace it? So cute. Mission control. Oh, there's no star sentiment in that though. I'll have to use one of the other ones. The Eurostar ones, I guess. Maria has been up since like 4 AM or something like that. You heading off to bed now? Bye-bye. Sweet dreams. I find it easier if I colour it beforehand, says Tally. Cool. That is good to know. I'm going to colour it in yellow and pink, is the plan anyway. To help carry those tones through. Let me zoom in a little closer, darling. Oh, I hadn't realised this was a boot. That's all right. We shall make that work. I'm not going up to the edges with my lightest colour. I will blend it out a wee bit at the end. I'm kind of just winging it. Sometimes I see people colouring and they don't go up to the edge and it looks like there's like a little shine. It looks so pretty. Maybe that's part of the trick that I'm not familiar with. I think if I had time, I would really like to do a Copic class. Has anybody here done a Copic class? Goodbye, Emer, sweet dreams. So it looks like we're not going to get another Heffy Doodle show on Create and Craft before Christmas. Time was running out, I'm afraid. I'll get one in early January before Creativation, which has been my world this week. It has been actually a lot of fun, but I have been a total graphic designer this week. That is all my life has entailed, which is not a bad thing, I suppose. This is a cute little kid. Kitten Clouder is really good. Learned so much from Alice. Sandy's are supposed to be good too. Ooh, cool. Is Kitten Clouder, I mean, is there any real live ones, as in not online? Like someone in the UK that you can actually go? I'd be well up for that. Because the problem with online ones is that like you need to take the time at home to do it, right, and to practice. Whereas if it was, you go to this workshop and you do it, then I would be like, okay, I'm not answering emails, I'm not working, I'm just going to be at this class. From this time to this time, I am out of the office. But then whenever it comes to doing like homework on your own time, as it were, that's where I fall down. So I'm adding a little C3. Sometimes I see Tally and Cassie. Tally and Cassie are like my alcohol marker idols. And sometimes like bits are like really dark. There's a brilliant like contrast. And I think maybe it's just a case of being a bit braver with the darker colours, maybe. I don't know. Don't know what the secret is. Tally, what's your secret? Tell me now. That looks alright, I think. There is a Copic UK group on Facebook where the instructors post. I think Dies to Die For have some workshop. There's one in Hampshire. Wait, I live in Hampshire. I want to go to that. Okay, I need to write that down. Tally, can you Facebook message me that or something so that I don't forget it? Dies to die for. And Kitten Carter. Okay, Kitten Clouder and using at least 3 to 4 colours that blend. Ooh. Oh yeah, is that your secret, Kitten Clouder? So do you have go-to colours? Like combos, is that the right term? I'm hoping my scan and cut will pick this up. I'm cheating with this one. Okie dokie, and A00. This is a bit dry. It's getting a bit streaky looking. I think I probably need to start re-inking my Copics. Okay, I'm gonna call that done. I hadn't even planned to use my scan and cut tonight. But I'll run this through while I get my sentiment ready. Sandy has a one-pager favourite Copic blending groups. That's a good start, I found. Cool. Getting good tips today. Scan, drag cut. Okay, moving away from the machine. If it's really annoying, I can mute you guys. I think like I could do, I thank my lucky stars for you and emboss that onto some black. I think that would work nice. If I can find some black. Frame the image. Okay. This will actually work perfectly fine. though it's being a little bit of a monkey and moving around. So what is on your crafty Christmas wish list? Everyone? What is on your wish list? What are you hoping for this Christmas? Craft-wise. Zoom. Yeah, sure. I'm just fiddling with the machine. I'll be there in a second, guys. Actually, I'm going to put you on mute while it cuts. Okay. So the mistake I made the last time was removing it from the machine before checking it was cut all the way through. So I'll check it this time. Yeah, it looks cut. Okay, let's finish this off. I found my lucky stars for you. I have made such a mess with that. I'll hit this with my heat tool. Be right back. Okay, Tigger says the little cat agenda set from Mama Elephant and Lawn Fawn inks. You're gonna love them, the Lawn Fawn inks. I don't have the little cat agenda, although it is so cute. This is the thing about this cutter, is that if I line it up, like there's too much of a gap between here and where it cuts. So it's hard to eyeball it and end up it being straight. A new craft room, says Emma. Talk about going big. Dear Santa. Nice. Just praising myself on a nice straight line. Oh, silly sausage. It isn't quite cut in one spot, but we can take care of that. Do you guys take your blade out every time that you've finished using the scan and cut? For those who have a scan and cut. Might just be able to wiggle this out of it. Just where I've pulled the paper where it hasn't cut, there's a little tiny fray. Little bit of fuzz. Elle says a sidekick die cutting machine, watercolor. Oh, and some heavy doodle stamps. Well, that's exciting. Okay, I'm going to stick this up with some foam. And then that'll pretty much be card number 1 done. That was a good idea, whoever said use the astronaut set. Good plan. There we go. We've had some orders come through this week. I'm wondering, oh, Christmas presents. People getting their Christmas presents sorted, maybe. Oops. On my wish list, Christmas wish list, I didn't really have very much, I didn't have very much in the sense of, like last year, I knew very specifically what I really wanted and things like that. But for this year, the scan and cut was bought through the business, obviously, because it's needed for Creativation planning. So that wasn't a Christmas present. So it kind of felt like I got a freebie. I got a freebie there. But Craig can't then claim that that was from him, because obviously it wasn't. What do you think? Card numero, oh no. Goodbye, Elaine. Have a lovely time for TV and wino. Delicious, delicious. Actually, I say delicious. I don't drink wine. I don't drink. I cook with it though. Delicious cooking wine. I always get told off for using. A friend of ours accidentally, I should say, left some wine here, and it was a really expensive wine that their wine connoisseur dad gave to them, and it sat here, it was open, it sat here for about a week and a half or something, and in the end I was like, I'm just going to use this for a risotto or whatever it was, a stew maybe. And I posted a picture saying, thanks for the wine, guys. And they were outraged. They were like, oh, that is like something, like, you know, whatever year. I don't know. I don't know wine things. I can't believe you did that. You don't know what you've done. Oops. Sorry. It's really tasty. Really tasty stew, really tasty risotto. Oh dear. Okay, we are good. What should we do next then, guys? Should we use these? Somebody said we wanted to do these. I think this will be fun. I think I'm going to use this with the otters and have like water at the bottom, maybe. So many ideas. Card number 1, pop you up there, Mr. Card. And grab another, oops, pearly folded card blank. Hi Ree. I am really good, thank you. I am playing with a massive haul that I got from My Favorite Things. I'm really excited. Yay! Okay, so I want to have some I want to have some water at the bottom, and then my little otters. So I'm trying to figure out, do I have any water dyes? I do not, I don't think. I suppose I could just use like a cloud dye upside down. It might be a little bit too choppy. Oh, maybe one of these. My new, like a wavy one. Let's do it. Then I get to use 2 things from my new collection. Yay. Black Friday sale or a recent sale? This is from a My Favorite Things sale that they had last week. And I justified my spend because the Chibitronics team, I'm part of the Chibitronics team, and we've got a collaboration coming up. So the idea was that we had an allocation. I was going to say we were allowed to spend money. Yes, we had an allocation that we could use, and then I quadrupled it and spent that much of my own money. That's pretty much how it went down. Okay, so this top piece I'm going to keep fresh. And these pieces I am going to ink-a-ba-dink. Stick them together. He is a cute swimming otter, isn't he? Oh, they just make me go squee. Also, oh, I still haven't brought Fiskars out here to show you guys. Are you guys interested, or is it just me? In the evenings, I'll sit down with a little cup of tea. I'm going to use my Distress Oxides for this, I think, because I haven't loved them as much as I thought I would. So I want to try harder at loving them. We'll see. Yeah, so in the evenings I like to sit down, and we have this scarf that we use. I'll put my scarf on, wrap it around my neck loosely, and he will just like snuggle in there, and then I just sit and stare at him going, oh, you're so cute. I know. Such a fool. But she is very cute. And Craig was telling me off, saying that my Instagram has been more things about Fiskars than there have actually been crafty cards on there. And I was like, so true. So true. Okay. So I'm going to start off with a little broken china. I saw somebody on the Stamp Junkies group complaining about these foam pads, saying that they had some and they just, like, after a few uses, curl up and fall apart basically, and then they got a refund. And I think I might have a batch of those horrible ones, because it's hard to show you, like, they've kind of buckled a bit, and almost like the top where the felt is, like, if I show you this one's fine and quite fresh, but like, look at that, the way like the top like sucks in. This seems really weird. So that's broken china, and I want to add some salty ocean because it is much like more vibrant. So I'll add that to the top, I think. Like little bits of foam gathering around the place. Oh, I had that happen to mine. It says Brina? Is that how you pronounce your name? Brina? Still work though. Yeah, they still work, but it's it kind of feels like it's not clinging as well to the Velcro. So I'm a bit dubious of it staying where I want it to stay, if you know what I mean. I'll blend this out so it's a bit light at the bottom, almost fading to white at the bottom. For fun. Really pretty. I think the blues in the stress oxide, I've just seen it curled up there, and there was obviously more ink on that corner than I expected, so I'm going to have to blend it out. Not so white at the end now. Oh well. Ree says it's so relaxing watching you. Thank you. I always think I talk too much when I'm crafting. I don't know whether that would be relaxing. Ree says, consider it a Christmas present from yourself. Yes, that's pretty much what I did indeed think, that be like a Christmas present to myself, to be from me. I have a stencil which has wavy lines, and I think it was an eBay purchase or a Facebook group or something, so it didn't have a, what's the word, didn't have a manufacturer name on it. So if you know what it's called or who it's from, please let me know, and I can add it onto my list or my packaging thing. but I'm going to spritz this with some water that has some perfect pearls in it. Just considering whether I need some more perfect pearls. It might be fine. Okay. So my mask or my stencil is now covered in that watery substance. I'm just going to wipe down my craft mat a little bit. And then put down some tissue. This is the only tissue I have in here, so I might have to ration a little bit. Finally got chat to work again. Hidden slider message. Use 2 sets of pennies to keep the otter straight. Have the tiny... Oh, use 2 sets of pennies to keep the otter straight. Have that tiny sentiment in the otter stamp revealed when the otter's on the other end. Oh, that's cute. Okay, hold on. I'm getting confused now. Put this here and put that on top. Smush it down. Hidden slider message. Use 2 sets of pennies to keep the otter straight. Have that tiny sentiment in the otter stamp. I utterly adore you. That one. Revealed when the otter is on the other end. Ooh. Tigger says, what is Fiskars? I just went to Instagram to see the pictures and oh my gosh, he's so cute. He is a fat-tailed gerbil. Also called Duprassi. And yeah, he is the cutest. I was saying for, well, probably months, the fact that he was coming, and we planned him for Piper, and we had to find a breeder, and then he was finally born. It felt like we were waiting for an eternity, and he's just like the sweetest. I love him so much. So it didn't imprint as much on the right, and also the perfect pearls, I think I probably should have added a bit more perfect pearls. It's not as shimmery as some of the other ones I've had, but I still think it gives a beautiful, oops, no, I don't want that one. A beautiful effect, doesn't it? Super pretty. Pop it back in its packaging of unknown origin. One day I'll find out where you belong to. Okay. So double slider. Something about double slider. Hold on, let me scroll up. Two sets of pennies, that one. Double slider on the same otter. So you just mean like have one of these or that one or something and he moves across. Is that what you mean? Talk me through it. Throwing all my stuff around me now. This is my top. This is my underneath. And what I was planning was just to like cut that out and raise up this top layer and have like the sentiment in there. I don't know how my cider will work with, because I've done a stitching line along there already. Let's see. Ree says, did you see my Christmas card with the bear stamp set, Lesley? Describe it to me. Was it today? I haven't seen anything today. Ooh, which one? There's no Utterly You. I like that I Utterly Adore You. This is what my plan was. We'll see. Might still get a slidey at the top. I haven't seen any today. I am excited. It was with a pink bear and a no, I haven't seen that. I cannot wait to see. Have I seen that? No, I don't think I've seen that. No. Craig might have seen it if it's being commented on as Heffy Doodle. It might have been Craig. He's a good egg. Keeps his eye on things. Okay, so this is another reason why I love the Misty, because I can get my sentiment absolutely perfectly aligned. Let's see, so I'll put down my inside piece, pop down this piece, and then I'm going to do the I Utterly Adore You. I think it is a good size. Try to somewhat center it. You can always try on the next card, yeah. Still got my big jar of money over there from the last slider card I did last week. Beautiful. So pretty. So Scan and Cut is on people's Christmas lists. Did I tell you what was on mine? My Christmas list consists of Misty Creative Corners and a magnetic platform for my big shot. That is what I would like. Okay, so which one of these should I put on here? I suppose I need to look this way. Now I really want a slider. think, which one should I do? Can you see them all? I utterly adore you. We will have some like stones protruding up here, I think. And then that baby one is just so sweet. Because I could tuck him behind this panel. Like raise it up and tuck it behind there for a bit of dimension. Or I could pop him on top. I always use my magnetic platform. You'll love it, Lesley. No need for washi to hold in place. That seems like I need one in my life. I can't decide. I'm going to do 2 then. That's the way it works. And hope that it works with my scan and cut okay. The baby one on its own would be adorable. I think maybe this guy. Let's see. Stamp this guy up. I'm going to just add a little bit of tape down here because with the new stamps it kind of sucks it up a bit. Did anybody say if they remove the blade like every time they stop scanning cutting for the night? Hi Simon, Simon's joining us. Hey, I am playing with some of my favorite things because I completely splurged during their sale. I'm going to very quickly colour these guys in. I don't really want to spend masses of time on camera colouring them in, but they're so cute. Not as cute as my gerbil though. You should see on my Instagram there was a little picture of him snuggled on his blanket and I'm like stroking his snout. And he's just too cute for words. He's quite happy sleeping. I never remove my blade. Interesting, good to know. How old is Fiskars? He is, let me see. He's probably like 10 weeks now, maybe. We got him around about the 11th of November. And he was 5 weeks old then. Oh man, a lot of my markers are dead. Apparently. The word on the street is whenever they start that squeaky noise, then that's a sign that they are drying up. Maybe I need to rethink my Santa list for a whole lot of Copic refills. This guy is so cute, man. So this is E21, which is the one that is definitely drying up for sure. 31. Casper sleeps a lot too. Who is Casper? Let me know. A fur baby? I think like this year I'm not that fussed about Christmas. And that sounds like, sometimes I feel like that sounds rude, and I don't mean it in that way at all. I'm still very, very excited about it, but I think it kind of stems from the fact that when I was working in my corporate job, Christmas meant not having to work for, like, actually, I mean, it meant actually turning off and being like, whoa, I am not thinking about these people for however long, you know? And I don't have the same amount of stress, I guess is the right term, that I would have had. When I was working for the man, you know. Oops, totally went over the line there. Okay. A little W0, much lighter than I thought it was. And I'll do a 3 just to add a little bit of colour so that the Scan and Cut can pick it up a bit more. My squeak from new, says Tally, it depends what cardstock you use. Ah, interesting. What cardstock do you normally use? The follow-up question to that comment then. Oh yes, of course Casper is your bunny, yes. Lots of bunny lovers. Okay, I'm going to throw this onto my mat. And give that a go. Yes. I'm going to put you on mute while it scans because it's really annoying noise. 1 second. Okay, scan down. So I'm using the low tack mat because it's a smooth cardstock that I've used, and I can see it's popping up. So I don't know whether that means I need to swap it out or what. Bunny's here. Hey, Bunny. Ray says, I cannot wait for a certain stamp set you'll be releasing soon. Winkety wink wink. Yes, I bet you and Casper can't wait for that one, eh? Okay, I'm popping up my otter, yeah. So yeah, this paper that I've used is DCP. And you can see where it must have had a shadow here because there's like strange cut lines happening here. But nothing a pair of scissors won't be able to fix, you know what I mean. And still much quicker than fussy cutting. Right. The one Snow recommended, yes, I've got Nina here as well. I really like it. I am a big fan. Don't know why I'm on the Tumble Mono tonight instead of dry adhesive. Laziness probably. Put that up there. Okay, so I've got my layer and this is going to go on the back like this, I think. Or I might put it here. Let me separate this out now. I might put that down. And put this like here. Though it's got a flat edge, which kind of makes it a bit weird. Maybe it'll sit better back here. Is there a, I wish I had a slider that curved like that. There probably is one and I don't have it and now I need it. You know? Maybe I'll just tuck him in there. Let's do that. These otters are so cute, man. Craig was saying what I need is to put like a lip on the edge of my craft table, like a 4 or 5 inch lip, and then just let Fiskars run round the table while I'm crafting, and I was well up for that. I think Lawn Fawn or MFT have a wavy slider die. Probably something else I need to buy. Oh, it's so close and not quite lined up. cute. Okay, I am going to foaminate this one with my foam. With my big beastie foam. My little trick that I do. Dinner time. What's for dinner tonight, Bunny? I wonder. And who's making? Craig made pizza tonight, or as Piper calls it, Daddy's world famous pizza. Not really sure where she got the world famous bit, but it's cute that she calls it that. Oh, partial die cut using the curve that you just used. Run it through twice at the same. Yes, that would work, except it'd be really, like, I'd need a cutting plate that was narrower, I think, otherwise it'll cut right to the end, wouldn't it? Like you say, there will be more cards to be made. Might get my head in the way here, guys. Just bear with me. There we go. So cute. I think I'm going to put her there and him there. And she's all like, hey, I love you. He's so cool, like, hey, how you doing? How cute is that, though? Oh, so cute. I think I might round the corner. Do I want to round the corners? Trying to visualize it. If I rounded the bottom corners. Nah, I think I'll leave it like that because I've got foam underneath, so it probably wouldn't fit. Cute. Turn the card 90 degrees and have the plate staggered. Yeah, but I'd already cut that. I'll have to do that for the next one. So we've got two cards now. We've got an astronaut and we've got little otters. So that means we have to do, either dragones or the seal, or one that I didn't buy this week. Can you straighten up your grandma? There you go. It moves all the time, Craig. Sorry, it's bothering you. So I think we should either use some of the peekaboo thingies or the pull up the like the hidden slot thing, which might be cool. Oh, I'm getting tired. I do like these. Super cute. Any thoughts, my dears? these back in here. Dragons peekaboo. Dragons. Dragons sound like a plant. The only thing about the dragons is that it will take me longer to colour them. So if you're fine sitting through me colouring dragons, then that's cool. But landscape this time. Okay, I like this. I love this. I love it when people like shout out challenges, basically. Peekaboo dragons landscape. Right. So we're going to have dragons. Goodbye, seal. We'll need to see you another time. So we could do peekaboos like this. Could that go in there? Not really. But I could maybe use some of these other sentiments for that, right? So this opens on the, what would be the top, or if I flipped it this way, it would be the bottom. Let me go and get a stitched rectangle die. Cute. Landscape 2 seal slide to a kiss seal with a kiss. Oh, all the suggestions. We might have time for 2. Who knows? I'll be up for a slider card because now I want to do one. So you're thinking 2 seals, slide, one slides across and gives the other one a kiss. Oh, that would be cute. Do we have to do dragons? That would be adorable. Sealed with a kiss. Or we have peekaboo dragons. Landscape. I'm trying to think. We could have a dragon down here and like the windows above maybe. Or we could just have like a dragon behind each window that you kind of open up to look into. Thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. And while you're thinking, I'm going to start cutting. Because I really want to do that seal one now. Rena has inspired me. I'm going to cut a piece off. My card is already pre-cut to 4 1/4. By what, 11? So I'm going to cheat a little and run that through with my stitched rectangle die. So I get my pretty stitching. It's just so cute though. I think I might have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. If I can find my... I suppose I could use one of those rounded things rather than a actual slider die, right? Last one, typical. Oh look, there is a wavy one. Totally could have done it. So we could have that going across. I don't think that's going to be quite enough room to see Seal with a Kiss behind it. It might be. Although then it might not cover it whenever you move it. Kissy kiss kiss. This is cute. I've got ideas, not the product to make them. So cute ideas, wait until I get the stuff. Yeah, so Seal with a Kiss is hidden behind the seal before you move them. Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be enough to cover that, is what I'm saying. Let's give it a go. So I've got some of Piper's school friends coming over next week for a little Christmas party, which I think I'm more excited about than she is. Standard. The long die you just got with that sentiment. The long die you just got with that sentiment. Do you mean the one that I've just used? Is that what you mean? I'm sorry. Friday nights my brain kind of stops working at some point. The long die you just got with that sentiment. Oh, the long die that I just got, use it with the sentiment. Told you. So use this one with a seal with a kiss. Yeah, but I think it's this that I don't think is going to... Well, I suppose if I do a wide enough border, it probably will, actually. I think it'll work here. If I can bend the sentiment. Don't worry, Ray, it's not your fault. I know that you're trying to type to get the message to me before I continue on. But then it just takes me a moment to figure it out. Let's see if we can do this. Sealed. Ah, rubbish. Sealed with a kiss. I think we're almost there. I just need to move it up slightly. If it doesn't work, we'll just do it again with the other one. Sealed with a kiss. I think I'm going to add a bit of ink blending. Just on like a straight line, I think. Should I do a straight line or should I do a curvy line? Should I? Don't like that curve with this. I don't like that one either. Maybe just a straight line. Put these away actually before I lose them. At least until I get them all nice and neatly packaged up. One, two, three, four. Not even the right packaging, but it'll do. Keep it safe enough, won't it? So seal with a kiss, and I think I'll just do a straight line. I could maybe add a igloo from Heffy Doodle's Warm Hug stump set. Because I just want this to be super subtle, I'm using the happy little ink dauber foam thing that I had on my fitted jeans, but I haven't re-inked it. It's going to be quite subtle. Be sweet, huh? Need to get some more paper. And I think for these ones, I'm probably just going to fussy cut them because they're tiny. Although I have just realized that I've put them on snow and they should be on water, right? If they're floating on icebergs, they should be on water. Unless they are crazy floating on snow icebergs, which happens in the world of Lesley sometimes. Well, he's like a walrus more than a seal. We'll let him off. I need a little warm grey action for this one. I think for these guys I'm going to go flat colour. I think I've fallen in love with flat colour again. Because it's really easy. So W1 for him, W0 for this one. I'm going to add a little bit of R20 to the cheek. And then a touch of BG10 along the outside edges of these guys. And a red scarf, why not? Christmas. So yesterday I decided that I was going to go shopping, do some Christmas shopping that I have been avoiding. And I decided that I was going to get up and check my emails and do X, Y, and Z, and then go into town. Spend most of the morning, if not most of the day, shopping. And I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. I found ways to distract myself or convince myself that I needed to do such and such a thing. Oh, I never did that and I meant to. I'll just do it quickly now. And I'm so silly because now I'm going to have to go shopping, I reckon, tomorrow. And it's going to be manic. Maybe I should have done a scan and cut for this little guy. I forgot that he had a curvy bit, and it's always a bit of a challenge getting the scissors. Oh dear. I wouldn't be so bad if I knew what I wanted to buy. I need to get a few bits and pieces for Craigie, for under the tree. Because he is good to me. And he works hard. So I suppose he deserves at least one thing under the tree. So we'll see. I might end up distracting myself for most of the weekend. And I'm having fun like planning things for this after school Christmas party. And normally when it comes to this time of the year, there's cookies, there's mince pies, there's a lot of baking going on. This year, there's been more sitting on my computer than in the evenings, and snuggling a gerbil, I have to admit, than actually baking, much to Craig's chagrin. Okay. So this one, which is kind of better sizing for the little seal, is not big enough. And in fact, this one's not quite big enough either. Oh gosh, it's not going to cover it whenever it's... Do you know what I mean? When there's not enough room for it to be, it would need to go to there. all the best laid plans and such like. He needs to hang off the side. Use the seal to help cover. So he's like hanging off the side like this. Maybe I just need two, or I need to just put him like here and have two of these. But then that's still going to be a problem, isn't it? Because it's not going to slide enough to... So I could do two back and forth. And then maybe he could be a bit more raised up or something so he can slide along. I'm sure there's a solution here, guys. That can go to like there, right? And then when it slides across, we need it to be about here. So there's where I need to put my little slidey midgings. And I actually have the replenishment ones. They're called replenishments and they're from My Favorite Things. I'll just use them. Couldn't it go behind the big one? Couldn't what go behind the big one? Have you had a really good idea and I've skipped ahead? Probably. Oops. Yes, yes, it can. That's what I'm planning. You mean when this slides over, oh, that's too much. When that slides over, it will go behind the big chap's head. That's the plan. The big seal, yes. We'll get behind the big seal's head. So I'll not stick him on yet because I'll need to just put stuff on his bottom, I think, to pop him up, if I can. And then we need to figure out what we're going to put on the top of this. Are we going to put some, we could put some of these snowflakes, perhaps? Or we could put a greeting on top, couldn't we? What should we do? On sliders, ever try the bingo chips instead of pennies? I've never heard of that before, bingo chips instead of pennies. Are they not quite big? Oh no, maybe they're not. That's a real good idea. So she's going to go, mwah, sealed with a kiss. Let's see what else we've got. I do have those small, like, letter dies, so we can maybe use them. They're about the same size, but lighter. Cool. Are they thinner or thicker? I obviously need to go and play bingo. Although the bingo chips that we have here may well be completely different to the ones that you have wherever you live. We could do some inlay die cutting, or when it says like sealed with a kiss, it kind of is like you want to do sending you something, right? And I've got that sending. In fact, I've got a sending die, which would be pretty awesome. If I can find it. I did used to have all my word dies together, and then here we go. Sending. We've got Happy Mail there, but I think I'd probably rather have that in Sending Happy Thoughts. Sealed with a kiss. That could work, right? They're a thinner plastic. I'm really interested to know how that turns out. That would be really cool. Sending Happy Thoughts, sealed with a kiss. I wonder if I could make this work with some red foam to tie in the colour of his scarf. Let's see, shall we? So I'm going to stick my double-sided adhesive, it's called Stick It. I'm going to stick it on there, and I'm going to run this through the machine, so the die cutting machine, so that it smooshes onto my foam and gets a good tack on there. And then I'm going to put a piece of card on the back. And run it through with a card on the back. I'm actually going to stick it to the card and then run it through with a die, because it stops with if you have the card on there, it stops the foam from essentially pulling apart and stretching. So let's see. Oh, I need to keep my eye. The foam that I'm using, however, is a cheap craft foam, so it has pretty much smooshed itself into an oblivion. It's really thin now. I'm hoping it might pop back up again. The dye hasn't quite cut it all out. Let's run it through again. Pokey tool, please. I shall hold on to you. And I'll run that through the piece of paper on top to help push it down. Hopefully it'll make a difference. Although I do have a metal shim somewhere that I could probably dig out if need be. But I think this has done the trick. This dye is really pretty, but it's quite flimsy, and that's why I need to stick it to the card first of all, because otherwise the foam just stretches and stretches. I probably, if I was thinking straight, should have stuck it to some red card and not white card. But it'll be fine. By the time I'm finished with this though, my little slider bits should be well stuck. Last one. Oof, that one was a bit rough. And hopefully there's a dot there somewhere that I can retrieve. There it is. Put it up here. So I don't, put it on here so I don't lose it. That's the theory anyway. Slipperier slider. They will slide more easier, and it's all easy to post. Yeah, that's a great. Those are all great things if you can get your hands on them, right? Have you ever tried Scotch tape on the center of detailed dies to help cut the way? What? Scotch tape. Walk me through this, please. Scotch tape on the top on top of center of detailed dies. You mean you just stick it down with Scotch tape? So the way I stuck down mine with washi tape, you just stick it down with Scotch tape. Sealed with a kiss. Perfect. And you're going to go there, sending. And then we're going to say happy thoughts is going to go underneath. For a bit more of a shim in the center. Interesting. Sending happy thoughts. Like a snowflake die with tons of detail, add scotch tape straight to the back of the die itself. Oh, I think I know what you mean. So you're basically increasing the thickness of the die by adding a layer of scotch tape onto the die, right? So if you had like a, so you cover this with tape. I see. Yeah, that's just like adding another shim, right? That would work good. They used to have them with, do you guys remember quick cuts? It might be before your crafting life. Quick cuts, they didn't have like shape dies back then. They were all a square die. So you would get like a flat solid square die, and the blade would be inlaid into them, and you would get a piece of foam to stick on the top that would help eject the die once it was cut, so it didn't stick into it. And they give you shims to go on the back. I've still got some here, I can probably show you what I mean. Okay. Sending happy thoughts. You can be upgraded to that. I still have my quick cuts. I want to sell it, but I don't even know if people buy things like this anymore. So they're all like metal. And this one's a Frankenstein, you might not be able to see very well. And you put the piece of foam over the top and it helped punch it out once you die cut it. But what they do is they give you these, which is just essentially a square of like sticky plastic. So if any of your dies weren't cutting out properly, you would stick it on the back here and it would make it that ever so slightly thicker. That's a little blast from the past. It's like an antique in the world of dies. Okay, I'm going to need to cut some foam to go all the way around my card because he is, he needs to slide, right? So I need to find my foam again. Here we go. A big daddy out. Two of these for the short side, and then I need two for the long sides as well. Nearly lost him. stick this on. Are those quick cuts? Yes, quick cuts. Do you remember them? Takes you back many, many years. Just looking at that stash makes me think of fun embossing with those dies with the Big Shot and the embossing pen. Yeah, that was... It seems like a million years ago. I remember it well. Getting all of those and being absolutely obsessed with them. Okay. So I think I just need to make sure that it's not visible from the front. So let me add this. My friend had the quick cuts too. I can't imagine pinching that in my hand. Yeah, I've got one here. If you're interested in seeing a blast from the past, I can show you guys. It's so hard on your hands. Absolutely is. And something that it's kind of like once you go crank, then you're not going to go back. Once you start in a die machine where you turn the handle, you'd never go back to that pinching mechanism. Or even the original Big Shot was like a pull lever, and it was hard, man. It would hurt me. You had to like get your whole weight on it. And do you remember there was dies that you got that you basically, they were like this, and they had a bit at the top with a metal blade, and you had to hit it with a mallet. And it's just nuts to think of that now. The die industry has come a long, long way. Whenever we were at a show this year, that was a not a consumer show, a retailer show. And the guest speaker was Stacey Karen, something like that, from Spellbinders, who essentially was her and her family and husband, Spellbinders, they founded and developed the thin die, the thin cuts die, because beforehand you had, those kind of beasties. The whole idea of like nesting dies and things like that. And it was so amazing listening to her and her husband Jeff talking about like all the ups and downs and the whoopsies they had, and so funny. And it was like, wow, it felt like I was with royalty. Like, these are the people who are revolutionizing the business. Like, can you imagine doing like that nowadays? Like you say, just cranking that thing. You just wouldn't. Okay, we're not doing too bad because it covers it, it moves, and he moves. So he needs to be raised up quite a bit so that he's not going to get boshed, essentially. So I'm going to add at least one layer of this, maybe two, to his butt. I think actually that might be enough. I love you, I love you. I love you too. No. At least I'm going to get his whole body on, because that was what I thought I wasn't going to get his whole body on him a little while ago. It's not quite a kiss though, is it? Have to do. It's like I'm going to blow you a kiss from up here. Mwah. Mwah. Still cute. Let me stick on my eye. Come on. Sending happy thoughts. Cute. I think I might add some of those little. They were amazingly detailed compared to Sizzix. If I straighten this up. What the cute quick cuts. What a cute little seal, says Elizabeth Lizzie. Hey girl. Lovely to see ya. Sorry I missed so much last week on holidays at my dad's. That's alright. Glad to have you back. Let's see. This is a Lawn Fawn, is it? No, it's a Simon ink. I'm just going to add some of these. Which I should have done while I had a flat surface to stamp on. Cute though, huh? It was crazy heavy and the handle was like an industrial, yeah, it was like an industrial ratchet. You're absolutely right. Wait, is that seal hitting on a walrus? Absolutely, absolutely is. Mwah. We're fine with that kind of thing around here. Craig, did I tell you that Craig got me this like anniversary card or birthday card or something that was like to my wife, and it was this dog giving a cat a like greeting, and it was funny because I looked at it and I was like, oh, this dog is married to a cat, and then I opened it and it was like, to you, Lesley, love you, blah blah. Wait, is that and he had written, wait, is that a dog married to a cat? And then it said PTO, and then if you turned it over, he said, actually that's pretty much sums up our relationship. I was like, yeah, we're on the same wavelength. There we go. Relatively simple, but super cutie. And 20 minutes to make another card. We can do it. We can do it. Do 4. That will be an absolute, I think that might be a record. So we've got 3 now. We've got this one that we use the star die for with some masking. Did I utterly adore you? And seal with a kiss. I do like those little sliders. You know what I'm looking out for as well? What am I looking out for? Wobblers, action wobblers. I should have put that on my Santa list, to be fair. I don't think I remembered to. Let's do a very quick open up die, pop up die. What's it called? Peekaboo, something, something. And I'm going to use some coloured cardstock for this because we don't have a lot of time left, guys. So it'll have to be something that doesn't take a lot of time. Which means probably not as much inking as I like. And when I'm not doing inking, and I don't get my inking fix, then I should compensate with some teal. Oh, I'm really sad because on camera this looks like a light baby blue. I promise you it's a teal colour. So this is a flap. So it has flaps going, flaps opening to the left. And then maybe flap, or I can turn it this way so the flaps are on the right. Or I can have the flaps opening upways. Eyeballing this, so hopefully it's not Willy Wonka. Cute, although I think I need to crease those lines a bit more because they are not going to open voluntarily. Loosen them a little bit, get them used to opening and closing. Cute. Can't the dragons be in a castle? That would be fun. Oh, there was like add-on die things that you could get that was like a castle with like little turrets and stuff. They looked adorable. Where are my inside out? I wonder if this will cut. I'm not sure. I should have probably cut this before. I'm gonna go for it. I want this teal panel to be slightly smaller than an A2. Ooh, pretty teal thing. I might keep that. Keep that for laters. Any big plans for the weekends, do you guys? I've got to plan the rest of my after school party. Get some stuff to do some baking, I reckon. Yeah, I think that would be cute. Gives it a little bit of a frame. Maybe what I might do is put the dragon out here and then put like the prince and the princess or something in the little holes. Might be quite cute. Oh, it's kind of pulled the thing. It's almost like it hasn't creased it properly. Like it's trying to bend at the stitching line instead of what should be the crease line. It's ripping at the paper. I need to emboss it on this side. Seeing a girlfriend and her kids this morning. They're coming to my dad's and they'll have a swim in the pool. Ooh, nice. It's a pretty hot at the moment, isn't it, for you guys? Someone I know was posting on their Facebook about these emus that were taking shelter in the trees. It's so warm. It's still folding at the stitch line. I might have to actually add the adhesive along that stitch line because what's happening is it's ripping here. And slowing me down. Okay. What other sentiments? This comes with metal doodah, which is really cool. We could add some banners maybe to this one. Just trying to look for some inspiration. Kind of like that big one, but it would cover one of the flaps, wouldn't it? Let's see what we've got. It's only 26 degrees here by the ocean. It's got a light breeze. Oh, nice. I think I might have to cut this one short. It's going to take me a while to get these all stamped and coloured in, I reckon. I'll give them a stamp anyway. To check them out. And I'll go for flat colour again so that I can get as much done as possible. Maybe the little knight has to find where the princess is, and she's in one of the doors. That'd be cute. She is very sweet. I want like a gold for his sword. And shield. This is probably a bit on the unrealistic side, but never mind. I'll give her brown hair. I like giving princesses ginger hair. Well, I like colouring ginger hair, but not whenever she's got a red dress on. Forgot to do his trousers. Whoop-dees. Do his belt a different colour as well. That'll do. Oh, Susan's here. Hey, Sus. Has everyone finished their Christmas shopping? No. No, indeed no. I wish I had. Sue says she hasn't even finished the card yet. Yeah, well, I sent a bunch of my cards today, as much as I could, because Piper was supposed to be putting the stamps on. And then she kind of got bored. Not so much bored, more distracted by things. How could anybody hurt this little, like, cute guy? He's so cute. I'm going to do his belly in a teal colour, I think. I just want a little hint of yellow. For him. And then I'll do teal. I love teal and red together. Which is part of the reason why I did her dress in red. And colourless blender, just to blend out the snout a little bit. Bring a little bit more of that yellow in. I shall have to finish this off in my own time then, guys. It was too good to be true, trying to squeeze 4 cards into a show. So let me recap what we have made. First of all, I thank my lucky stars for you, which is this one here. Actually, I don't need that because we're too far away. I thank my lucky stars. So this is basically all lawn fawn stuff pretty much. The I thank my lucky stars is a, sorry, this is basically all my favorite things. This is a lawn fawn one though, and the frame is a mama elephant. Next up we did sending happy thoughts, which was a slider card. Nice and simple and basic pretty much. And then we also had I utterly adore you. With these, I really like these, like peekaboo windows. I think it's really sweet. And I used the stencil to have this effect on the background. So there we go. I'm really pleased with the way this turned out, that it doesn't catch on his head. Happy days. And my foam is expanding again, so it'll get a little bit more depth to that sentiment as well. So cute. Okay guys, I have to go because I am expecting a couple of emails from a manufacturer that needs to be done today as well. So, love you all. Can I see the last card? The last card isn't finished. You mean, yeah, you mean this one? What was the last one I made? This one. Sealed with a kiss. And then I started this, but I'm not going to have time to finish it. And it will have, I think, my little cute little guys on it. So this one's not done yet. You need the runoff. Thank you so much for joining me, and just a reminder that next week we will have Denise here for some fun times. And yes, I only have one mic at the moment, so we might have to figure out how to do 2 mics, or the audio might be slightly different, but we shall figure that out. And I will see you then. Thank you for joining me, my darlings. Have a great week, and I shall see you on Friday. If I don't see you next week, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday. Rest up, because we're all bad at resting, particularly me. I hope you eat lots and be